but the chicken breast should be a little bit thinner than it was before. And do that with however many breasts that you have, and then we'll prepare the next step. Let me know when you guys are all done slicing your chicken breasts in half.
Surprised no boys wanted to take class.
I know, right? Should learn something.
Where's Dylan?
He's on the couch.
Yeah. He's listening. He's listening.
Like, are you gonna eat any of this? And he's like, maybe. So I'm just washing my hands again. All right. Next step, what we're going to do is dredge the chicken in either arrowroot powder, flour, or if you have regular flour, that will work too. So you need about a 1/4 cup, and I just have a clean plate here. Or you could do this in a bowl, but you just want to have it out on a flatter surface so you can roll the chicken around in it. This is actually the last of my bag, so that worked out perfectly. Okay. Next step will be to season your flour or your arrowroot. I'm using salt and pepper, so a couple, what you have, maybe about a teaspoon of salt, teaspoon of pepper, just so we have some flavor in the breading. When that's done, you can kind of mix it together, just so it's a little bit seasoned. I find that when I cook, sometimes I don't even follow a recipe unless I'm baking, just because it all depends on what you like for flavors and how much you like things seasoned. Like my mom hates pepper, but I really like pepper. So whenever I cook or we have stuff at her house, she doesn't put any pepper on anything, but I always make sure to put extra on. All right, next you are going to put your chicken breast into your flour mixture, and I'm gonna leave mine on this plate just to have them, so they should be evenly coated with your flour mixture.
Winter. She wants to participate too.
She wants to eat it. Yeah. I'm just going to pasta.
I'm gonna take your cup. I lost mine yesterday, you know.
Okay, mix the pieces in the glove box.
All right, so all your chicken should be covered.
Well, that's all the gym was on, so coming up here.
My computer, I'm gonna sit down.
I'm just gonna leave the chicken on this plate. So next what we're gonna do is prepare, or is everyone done cutting the chicken and dredging it in the flour? We're almost done.
Dredge away.
Okay, next up, before we cook the chicken, we're gonna prepare the sauce just so we can have it readily available when the chicken is done. I'm also gonna be making pasta with this. Is anyone making pasta or like zucchini noodles or anything? Yeah, okay. Yep. So we'll have the pasta going when the chicken's cooking as well, and they'll be done around the same time. So First off, what you need is 3 cloves of garlic. I always put extra garlic in, so you can put as much or as little garlic as you want. So you'll need 3 cloves of garlic. I'm doing 4. And with the garlic, let me see if you can. We're going to chop it really fine. So I'll give everyone a moment to get the garlic ready.
Can I just use minced garlic?
Yeah, you can use minced garlic.
Made it so much easier on myself.
I know. I have one of these. It's like a little grater almost, and I'll grate the garlic in there. That's fine. Whatever you want to use. When you're mincing, just try to get the garlic into some smaller pieces. Just be careful. Keep your fingers away from the knife. I don't know if anyone else has been having this struggle lately, but every time I buy garlic, it's disgusting. Like within the past month or so, since all of this has started happening, like every time I buy garlic, it's yucky. But I got some good cloves in this, so I was pretty happy.
Mission accomplished.
Yeah, I went to cook something. It was either last week or the week before, and I was looking through all the like garlic bulbs, and literally all of them are like rotten, and they were just really yucky. It was brand new too.
Huh.
Okay. So once you have your garlic ready, you can put it in a little, I'm gonna put mine in a little dish so it's available for after we're done cooking the chicken. Alrighty. Then after you're done chopping up your garlic, you'll need your lemon. So I'll give everyone a moment to get their lemons out. And I have a cool trick of how to get your lemon to be really juicy, which you've probably seen before. Okay, so with your lemon, we're going to cut it up and just have it ready, and then we'll squeeze it into the pan as we're cooking the sauce. It says you need about 2 tablespoons, so I'm probably gonna use maybe half or a quarter of a lemon. You can really add more if you want to, based on how lemony you want the sauce. So what you're gonna do is you're going to roll the lemon into your palm like this a few times, and you'll feel it soften up under your hand. And that's just an easier way to get the juice out. And I'm just gonna cut it in half, and then cut the half in half, and then we'll just leave it to the side, and we'll use this for our sauce. So just put this to the side. Okay, that's all the chopping and preparing that you really need to do for this. It's super easy. So I'm gonna get ready to move my camera over to my other side. But first, we're gonna prepare our pasta. And I'm going to turn on my pot. I'm gonna add some water in and just have that sitting. And then I'm also gonna turn on my skillet for my chicken piccata just to get it ready. So I'm gonna start preparing pasta water pot, and then you can put your skillet on medium heat. You don't want it too hot because you don't want the chicken to burn or the flour to burn on the top of it. All right, so we'll have both our pans heating up right now, just so they're nice and warm to put our chicken in. All right, what kind of pasta are people using? I have spaghetti. Spaghetti? Shannon, what are you using for pasta? Nice, cool. And alrighty, rigatoni, nice. I wanted ziti, but I only had a little bit left, so I'm going with spaghetti, second choice.
I was just deciding between ziti or the bow tie. I went bow tie.
Bow tie? Bow tie's a good choice.
I feel like for piccata, it's good.
Yeah, so it like has those little ridges for the sauce.
Yeah.
Okay, my pan I can kind of feel it's getting a little bit warmer. I'm using a cast iron skillet. You can use a nonstick skillet, whatever you like. Once it's warm, we're going to put a couple tablespoons of olive oil or cooking oil. You can use coconut oil if you have that, into the pan. You can add more as we fry up the chicken as well. You should have enough to lightly cover the bottom of the skillet. You can tell if your skillet is hot enough, if the oil is moving around quickly in there, that means it's nice and warm. Okay, is everyone ready to start frying up the chicken?
Yeah.
All right. So your pan, again, is nice and warm. And you can test it a little bit. You can dab a little bit of flour over it and see if the flour starts to bubble a little bit. That means your pan is nice and hot. So I have 4 pieces of chicken. I think I can do this in one batch. How many pieces of chicken do people have? Do we think it can fit in one batch, or we need to do 2 batches? 2 batches? All right, we'll do 2 batches. That way it'll cook more evenly. Okay. So we're going to take our chicken, just dabble the flour off a little bit just so it's shaking. I have it over a plate over here. We're going to place it into our skillet. You should hear a nice little sizzle. Okay. Alrighty, so your chicken's gonna cook about 3 minutes per side until it gets nice and golden brown on one side, then we'll flip it over. It is gonna cook a little bit more in the sauce. It shouldn't be raw when we flip it, obviously, but it'll be cooking a little bit more at the end. And while you're waiting, you can also be a good time to get out a clean plate so we can transfer the cooked batches of chicken onto that plate. And just have that on the side ready to go. I'm gonna go for 1 more minute on side number 1. Okay. And this is ready to flip. So when you flip, just be careful, flip away from you so oil isn't splattering all over the place. Your chicken should have a nice browning on one side. We'll go about 4 more minutes on this side. Has anyone ever had chicken piccata before? Or is this like first time for everyone? Alicia, you've had it before?
I don't think I've ever made it, but I like to order it a lot.
It's good.
I'm a weirdo. I don't like the capers, so I just always do it without, even though I know that's like.
I don't like
Yeah,
the cake.
earlier, I feel like capers are such a divider because like people don't like them.
Yeah.
I like
People
them.
really like them.
They're just
I
so,
like them a lot.
I don't know.
Christina, I'm surprised you don't like them.
What? Yeah. No. I always ask for it without. Which is
Guys, I tried such a good pizza place called Port Pizza. It's out of Newburyport.
Yeah.
And it was amazing.
Where is it? Is it downtown or no?
I don't know. I need to look it up. But it was on DoorDash, and I was like, let's try it, because I've scrolled by it all the time, and having Rich try a new pizza place is very hard once he's found one he likes. So, but he was like, this might be the new go-to.
Oh, that's good. Hey, it's hard to find a really good pizza. We went to we like Pizza Regina at Picari's.
I love Pizza Regina.
Crispy.
Yeah. It's like one of the best. And Pepe's.
Pepe's. Have I had Pepe's?
You should try it. You would love it. It's out of, well, the original one is Connecticut.
Oh.
But they have one in Burlington.
Okay.
All right, so I'm taking the chicken out. It should be about 3/4 of the way cooked. Again, we're gonna cook it down in the sauce a little bit when all the chicken's done. I'm gonna add a little bit more oil to my pan just because it needs some to cook. Skillet's very hot. And we're going in for batch number 2. All right. I'm gonna start cooking pasta now. People's waters may be boiling now. Mine's rolling away. And I cook my pasta for about 9 minutes, just until it's not super overcooked and you still have like a little tiny bit of crunch in there. So 9 minutes. And the chicken will be done by then too. Can I open the window? Open the door. Thanks. What? Right there. Dylan has come to bring Tilly in the video.
Hi, everyone.
Hi. Delivered the cat.
Hi, Tilly. Hi, Dylan.
What's going on over here? Okay, I'm gonna give my second batch of chicken a flip. About halfway done. Nice and golden brown as well. Next we get to make the sauce, which is the fun part. So we get to add in everything and it smells nice. So while we're waiting for our last couple pieces of chicken to finish up, we're gonna make sure that we have everything for the sauce. So the recipe calls for chicken stock, about a cup of chicken stock. This is the one I have, just chicken bone broth, so you can have that out. I'm also gonna add in a little bit of white wine. I have this dry-ish white wine that you can add in. I'm gonna sub like a quarter cup of wine for some of the chicken stock. We have our lemons, which we're gonna squeeze in. You'll also need some butter, garlic, and then capers. You can also use ghee too. Ghee, or you can use more olive oil if you'd like. Okay. About 1 more minute on the chicken. When we take it out, we're gonna have our butter or our ghee ready to go into the pan.
I have one more piece of chicken that didn't fit in the 2 batches, so should I just do that one after?
You can, if you want to cook it, you can, or if you want to save it till after, that's probably a good idea too. I just don't want to have it like hanging out left over. You know, it's up to you.
Okay.
right, so at this point, I have my chicken out of the skillet. Give everyone a moment to get their chicken out, and we'll have a skillet. Keep it over medium-low heat, so drop it down just a little bit because your skillet's probably pretty hot from cooking for the last 15 minutes. We don't need to rinse the pan out. We just want all the good floury drippings of the chicken in there. Okay. Everyone have an empty pan ready to go? Yes. Yes.
I'm just doing the, so I should start mine now, right? If I'm just doing the sauce.
Yeah, we're gonna make the sauce now. So you can start your pasta because it'll take about the same to simmer it down. Alrighty, so your skillet's nice and warm. We're gonna add in 2 tablespoons of butter or ghee, or you can add in olive oil. And that should coat the bottom of your skillet, should sizzle a little bit because it's nice and warm. And it'll pick up all those nice pan drippings as well. Okay. Next, butter. Butter's in. We're gonna throw in our garlic, and we're going to saute it for about 30 seconds. So garlic's gonna go in the pan with the butter. And just shake it around so it's all coated in the nice butter. Try to scrape all the little bits off the bottom of your pan as well, because that will help make the sauce nice. Just keep your garlic moving around so it doesn't burn or overcook as well. Okay. So garlic's been going for about a minute. Next, we're gonna get our chicken stock and wine ready. So when you are ready, you're gonna put in about 1 cup of chicken stock. If you're adding wine, you can do 3/4 of a cup of chicken stock and 1/4 cup of wine. I'm just gonna kind of eyeball it out. This is 1 cup though. So our wine and chicken stock will go in here. Okay. Alrighty. Next up, what we're gonna do is put our cooked chicken back in the pan. And your heat should still be on medium here. Next up is we are going to get our lemons ready. So we're gonna squeeze about 1/4 of a lemon into your piccata. You could do about 1/2 too. It should be about 2 tablespoons. So I'd say about 1/4 of a lemon. If you want more, you're more than welcome to add more. And we're just gonna squeeze it in. I like to Going off here for the pasta. I like to just hold my hand in a little cup underneath the lemon when I squeeze so it catches all of the seeds. And that should go right into your dish. My lemon wasn't really that juicy, so I'm gonna go ahead and add in that other quarter lemon as well. Okay. Now what we can do, once your lemon is in the pan, what you're gonna do is turn your heat down to low, so your sauce should still be simmering a little bit. Okay. So my pasta timer went off. I'm gonna drain my pasta and then just leave it by my sink.
Did you say you put the actual like lemon in there, or you just squeezed it?
You can if you want it to be more lemony, but I just squeezed in the lemon juice. Yep.
That's what I did. I just wanted to make sure. Thank you.
No problem. Okay, cooked pasta is done. We're gonna let the sauce simmer for about 6 more minutes or so. At this time, you can also season it a little bit more if you want. So I'm gonna add in a little bit more salt and pepper. And then when we're ready to serve, we're gonna put the capers in. So we haven't forgot about these yet. You can also add more butter in if you want to, or more ghee, whatever you want to put in the sauce.
Christina's forgot about them already.
Mmm, capers.
So pretty easy, right? Pretty easy.
Yeah.
Also, if you want to add more lemon into, you're more than welcome to. This sauce really depends on how much flavor you want in it. So it's really up to you, whatever amount of lemon that you want in it. I'm probably going to add a little bit more. So I'm going to cut up a little slice while it's still simmering away for a couple minutes. I'm going to put a little bit more in. Okay, we'll say about 5 more minutes of simmering, just to make sure the sauce thickens up a little bit. And I flip my chicken over a couple times in the sauce just to make sure it's nice and evenly coated and each side is getting cooked a little bit more. But it should be nice and cooked by now. Christine, are you coaching the 5?
I am.
You are. I did not work out today.
Uh-oh.
I know. I've been taking Thursdays off.
Yeah.
Just, I don't know.
Yeah.
Needed like a day to not do anything in the morning.
Mm-hmm. I hear you.
Yeah. Tomorrow was squat snatching, and I was like, darn it, I don't have a barbell here.
I know, that sucks. You have barbells at his parents' house or no?
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
Ashley, I have an extra barbell if you want it.
We have one at Dylan's parents' house, but I just don't make it there in the morning.
Okay.
Yeah, but thank you.
You can do it in my parking spot.
I know, that's what you said.
Oh,
They sent out an email that people are loitering in the garage. There's like children smoking in the garage.
Yes, I drove by the other day and they were all like in a little alcove smoking pot. I'm like, who are these kids?
Really?
But someone had to have lived there because they had a key because they got in through the back door by like where the electrical room is. So I don't know. But yeah, I was like, who's smoking weed right now? There's like 6 of them like jammed up in like the little like stairway. Weird.
Not good.
Mm.
Okay. How's everyone's simmering chicken look?
The sauce looks great.
Look good? So in the last like 2 minutes of cooking, what we're gonna do is add in a couple tablespoons of capers. I'm just gonna go ahead and plop them right in to the dish. So about 2 tablespoons of capers, more or less depending on your preference, and just plop them right over. I'm gonna do an extra tablespoon because capers are delicious. They're so good.
I don't know why I don't like them.
I don't know what they remind me of either.
Mm.
Like mini pickles or something. I don't know. Okay, also, if you have fresh parsley, which the recipe called for, but unfortunately I do not have, you're welcome to sprinkle some fresh parsley over the top so it looks nice and fresh for your plating. And when you're ready, you can turn the heat off on your skillet. It smells very good. Okay. We're about ready to serve, so you can get out a nice clean plate or a bowl. I'm gonna get out a bowl actually, just so you can soak up the sauce with the pasta. You can give your chicken one last little flip through. Okay. Is everyone ready or almost ready to start plating? Shannon, yes. Christina, Marion, ready? Alicia, Marion, ready to start plating? Okay. All right, so your pasta is all cooked. Just gonna toss it back around a little bit and layer it on the bottom of my bowl. This would also be good with broccoli too. Or I have Brussels sprouts. I could toss that in there after, but broccoli would probably be better than that. Okay. Go for a nice hefty portion of pasta tonight. Reward myself for not working out today. Okay. I will take a nice chicken breast and just plop it on top. And then I'm gonna get a spoon so I can get lots of sauce in there as well. So you can just take your pan off the heat, put a nice ladle of sauce on the top of your chicken. Okay.
I'm gonna Oh. All right. I'm just gonna throw it all in.
Oh yeah.
Throw it all in. Just
Yeah, you can toss the pasta in the sauce too. That's probably a good idea.
that's how Brent eats.
Yeah.
I don't need to make it look pretty for him. He's a savage. My pasta took forever because it was that quinoa pasta.
How long does it take usually? I don't know if I've ever cooked with quinoa pasta.
Yeah, it says like 8 to 10 minutes, but my burners, like I was using my really good burner for the chicken, so it just took longer to cook. So, but I'm good.
All right.
I can't wait for dinner. Yay!
No, this is what my plate looks like. Nice little.
Yours looks awesome. Mine looks really good too, actually. Look at yours. Mary just did so
nice. Woo!
good.
And we can taste test too. I'm gonna go right in. Okay, we have the cross section of chicken here. Nice breading on there, and we'll see how the sauce tastes. I can't take any credit for this recipe too either because it's not my recipe, but
That's okay.
That's okay. It's wicked good though.
Yeah, it is good. I made it before, but I don't think I had chicken broth or chicken stock, so I just used water and like extra lemon juice, and it was like so tart, but this is yummy.
I love anything lemon. I love pasta. Oh, you know what would be good too? Mushrooms, right?
Oh yeah, probably.
Yeah, a little bit of lemon.
Yeah.
I always think of mushrooms with marsala sauce. That'd be something good to make too.
Oh yeah, that would be good.
That'd be really. My brother makes a really good marsala sauce.
JT hates mushrooms so much. He like sees them near anything. He's like, oh.
All right. It's definitely
Thank
good.
you so much. Thank you. That was so good.
Thanks.
Yeah, no problem. I love cooking, so I may as well talk to people when I'm doing it.
Thank you.
Going out of the kitchen.
It was so easy to make too.
Yeah, it was very easy. I'm glad you guys liked it. It's in this cookbook. The Defined Dish. She's on Instagram, but she has some really good recipes, and it's in here.
Perfect.
Very yummy.
I like simple because if it's not simple, I get very
Yes.
Overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, how many things do I need to do?
Yeah, especially if you're cooking like pasta and chicken, and if you're making vegetables with it or anything. But
Well, I also made a separate dish for my son because he's just gonna have his with butter. There's no way he's gonna eat that.
or if you have a family to cook for, like I'm just cooking for myself, so it's much easier to do
That's
things.
why I was like spazzing around. I'm like, oh, I gotta get this for Kai. He's 3.
All right.
Awesome. I'm gonna stop recording. So.
Yay. This was so good.